Hey, Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's Kiss Wednesday, and I made a video years ago, over 10 years ago, where I review all the Kiss albums, and they all been taken down because of copyright bullshit, but now they're all at BitChute, so if you want to see my review of my Kiss Alive 2 and Double Platinum, both on one episode, I got the link below, BitChute. You can see all my old reviews as I put them up one by one. And this week I put up Double Platinum versus and Kiss Alive 2. Now I'll talk about, I didn't watch the old episode, so hopefully I will not repeat myself, and I'll talk about new stuff. I'm going to go through the Kiss Alive 2 now song list. Now I prefer Kiss Alive, but man, Kiss Alive 2 is so bombastic and awesome, especially the way it starts. I think that Detroit Rock City intro, the way it starts with Detroit Rock City, going into King of the Nighttime World, just rocks so hard. And then Ladies Room, man, it's a very special song for me, and I love Gene Simmons' bass lines. Kind of McCartney-esque in that song. I love Ladies Room. Making Love, smoking tune, but I gotta say I do prefer the studio version. But I love this version, and damn, does Ace smoke on that solo. And then Love Gun, great live version, smoking, killer, kick ass. And that's only one side. Then we flip the album over for some Rock and Roll Pneumonia, killer version of Calling Dr. Love, and the same thing with Christine 16. Shock Me, rules. Love the little guitar solo that Ace is doing, like with the pick, what Eddie did with his fingers later. And, recently Ace said that, Eddie may have ripped them off. I highly doubt that. But either way, Shock Me, rules. Great, great version. Next, Hard Luck Woman, which I don't think was ever performed live back then. This may have been like a sound check or something. And yeah, I prefer the studio version. Too much crowd noises, kind of like, I don't know, takes away from it. Then we go with Tomorrow and Tonight, which is another song they never played live back then. And it's their, it's their rock and roll all night, shout out loud, of the Love Gun album. And I absolutely love it. I know a lot of people don't like this song, but I think it's the best version. I don't like the Love Gun version that much because of those female vocals. I think it just rocks. It's a great sound check that they add live noises to it, and that side too. All right, side 3 opens with I Stole Your Love, which was the song that was opening the Love Gun tour. Killer tune, awesome. I love the version on here, nothing wrong with it. Number 12 is Beth, which is kind of crappy. I don't really like it that much with the crowd noises and stuff, and I love the song Beth. I just don't like it on here. Then we got God of Thunder, which I used to think this was the best version of God of Thunder. It was better than the Destroyer version, but now it's kind of like they're both tied to me. I love them both for different reasons. I love the menacing nature of the Destroyer version, how it's slower, and then the kids, and I love it. And then the faster version with the killer little tiny drum solo Peter Criss does that absolutely kicks ass. Love it. Love God of Thunder on here. Then we go to I Want You, which rips too, but I don't like the end of it. Like, I want. But everything before that, I believe this one was recorded at the Budokan in Japan, where all this other's like, LA Forum and sound checks. But yeah, I Want You, without the ending, I love it. Shout Out Loud, it's cool. Nothing wrong with it. It rips. And that brings the end of Alive 2. Now, side 4 is all studio songs. And I'm going to talk about every studio song from side 4, but I'm going to talk them in the order of ranking them. So at the bottom of all the new studio tracks, I'll have to say Any Way You Want It from the Dave Clark cover. And it's not bad. I don't hate it. I think it's all right. And then I'll say Rockin' in the USA. Again, it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. It's all right. It's whatever. Now, the next three songs absolutely rule. And I will have to say All American Man will be the next one. Paul Stanley song, Rips, another example of why Paul Stanley was my favorite songwriter of the 70s. Because of songs like this. Even though Larger Than Life I would put above it with Gene Simmons. It's a Gene Simmons tune, but man. And I did a cover of this song. And if you'd like to see the video of Larger Than Life, just type in, Larger Than Life, Almost Human, or Dr. Fuck, Almost Human. Dr. Fuck, Larger Than Life, one of the two. And you'll get to see it, so check it out. And that's my number 2. My number 1 is actually my second favorite Kiss song of the 70s, Rocket Ride. It's my favorite Ace Frehley song, man. I absolutely love Rocket Ride, and it's my favorite from the studio tracks on Kiss Alive 2. Now let's talk about Double Platinum, the very first Kiss album I ever bought, because my friend had Rock and Roll Over. He played I Want You. It changed my life. I ran out to buy it. I couldn't find Rock and Roll Over, but I found Double Platinum that had I Want You. So I absolutely love this album. This album is very special to me. It's really my first real Kiss album. It was my first hard rock album that changed my life. And Strutter 78, I know it's kind of like a disco version. I love it. Do You Love Me? I love. Not different than Destroyer. Hard Luck Woman, I like it more on here because the acoustics last a little longer. So I like Hard Luck Woman remix. And then there's a remix of Dr. Love, which is awesome too, which has that echoey intro and, the little middle section that's different than the original. Love it. And then Let Me Go Rock and Roll from Hotter Than Hell. I don't think that's different on there. Love Gun, I don't think is different than the studio version, or God of Thunder. Now, Firehouse is different. It's the remix, and I prefer it over the first album version. Hotter Than Hell, I don't think is different. I Want You's not different. Deuce is different, and it's awesome. Again, all the songs from the first album, I believe, are remixes, and I think they're better than the version that's on the first Kiss album, which is my favorite of the first 3 Kiss albums. But Deuce remix, I prefer it. I prefer 100,000 Years remix. Detroit Rock City's on here, and that's remixed too, and it's kind of cool. Doesn't have that long, boring intro that I hate, that people seem to like. And they throw in Gotta Lose Your Mind at Detroit Rock City during a part that didn't have that before. Now, the next one is the only one I really have a problem with. It's a Rock Bottom, to She. It's like has a Rock Bottom intro, and then it goes to She. That I don't think works at all. And it was always kind of like the downer on here when I would listen to it, till I heard Dressed to Kill with Rock Bottom, that version. Then I heard She not being interrupted with Rock Bottom. So I enjoy those versions over this. So yeah, this is the one blemish on this album for me. Rock and Roll Night's the same. I love it. Beth is the same. Making Love is the same. Now, Come On and Love Me is a remix, but I don't really hear much difference. And again, one of my favorite songs that Kiss ever did. Cold Gin sounds like a remix. It doesn't say remix here, but it sounds like one. And I prefer this version over the first album. And it ends with Black Diamond, which is a remix, which again, I prefer this version. The original version has that long ending, where this one, it kind of makes sense. It comes back to the intro, and it ends like that. I wish it just would have ended without, that 1, 2, hit it. I wish it would have ended when it said, got you under their thumb, and it just fades out. That's it. No 1, 2. That would have been the best version of Black Diamond, if you ask me. But still, my favorite is the Kiss Alive version, but nothing wrong with this. So anyway, that's it. So like I told you, man, click down below to see the original version of this, where I added music, I added video, and it's pretty badass over there at BitChute. And I want to thank you all for watching. I hope to subscribe to my channel. If you're not, please subscribe to my channel and ring that little notification bell. I really would appreciate that. And what do you think of Kiss Alive 2 and Double Platinum? I would love to know. And hey, like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And please subscribe. I really would love for you to subscribe. Yes, I would. And I would also love if you stayed frosty and listened to Black Sabbath and Schmack 'em a gob.